cold outreach is like running a marathon backwards. It's painful and it sucks. At least that's the case for me. I'm Sam Van Uffel. I'm currently building Client Revolution. That's a marketing agency for info product businesses. And the old way of getting clients is just not cutting it for me. I face a lot of rejections, and as someone who has a fear of rejection, is just not the right spot for me. So I'm adding in a new stream of getting in contact with potential clients, and that's through content. In this video, I'm showing you what content that I will produce on which platforms and how this will help me get more clients into my business. So currently I'm doing cold outreach, which isn't working very well for me. I have a feeling that trust is at an all-time low, and I just have not yet found the right approach, as in balancing quality and quantity, because you can send 1,000 messages a day, but if it's super generic, nobody's gonna answer. And then on the other side of the spectrum, you can make a super detailed outreach with a audit, with a Loom video, and you can take hours of creating that outreach, but you can only send it to one person. So I have difficulty with finding the right balance between those two. And to be honest, I get cold outreaches as well, and it's not something that I'm triggered by, or to say like, oh yes, I'm going to reply to that man and book in a call with him. So I don't believe in it as well, especially with the times being changed. And that's why I am going to focus more on content. I'm still going to be doing cold outreach, but like I said, I'm going to add it to my weaponry. And I came on the idea of posting content together with my coach. It started off differently, where we were going over my priorities, and I was like, okay, building my business is priority number 1, and doing the podcast is priority number 2. And he gave me the insights of, but your podcast and your business, they fall under the same bucket. Like, your podcast is marketing for your business. So from that point on, I was thinking like, damn, that dude is right. And now I'm just thinking like, okay, how can I make more content that's related to my business? Why is that? Because I'm currently only making building in public content, but that's not going to get me any clients. So that's why I've thought about how can I create content that will get me actual clients. And that's something that I'm going to share with you right now. So what does my strategy look like? You have all these different platforms, you have all these different ways of producing content. You have written content, you have video content, you have audio content, you have short form content, you have 1,000 things. So what am I specifically gonna do? We are going to start off with YouTube being the main content thing. And this is something that I will repurpose on LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok. So those are the 4 channels that I'm going to be using. YouTube as a main thing, that's the most important one. Then we have LinkedIn, TikTok, and Instagram, but I'm going to use these platforms differently. So I have 2 types of content. I have on one hand this type of content where I'm just talking about building my business, and this type of content is to inspire others, but to keep myself accountable as well. And it's also a nice thing to look back on when I made it, to look at myself when I was struggling, going through the trenches of entrepreneurship. And this is something that I'm just going to keep doing like I'm doing it, just once a week. And this is something that I repurpose on Instagram and TikTok in the format of short form content. But this type of content will not get me any clients. It's fine to build trust, to build rapport, to get a connection, but it's not something that a prospect is going to see and he's or she is going to think like, oh damn, I need that man to build me my funnel after I've exposed myself from one of my many insecurities. So that's why I am adding a second pillar to the content strategy, and that is showcasing my skills of growing and scaling businesses through sales funnels and paid advertisements. And this type of content gets repurposed on LinkedIn. So on the one hand, I have the building in public content. That's one episode a week, like this one, and this gets repurposed on Instagram and TikTok. And then I have another pillar of showcasing my skills, and this is as well one video a week, and this gets repurposed on LinkedIn. So I'm a big fan of doing series. It's also a nice thing to not make it too hard for yourself to come up with a new bright idea every week. So that's why I have 4 types of different videos that I'm going to make for the showcasing my skills part. And the first one is a sales funnel analysis. This is pretty straightforward. I'm going to look up a big creator or a big online coach, and I'm going to analyze his or her funnel and share the learnings with you. Then I'm also going to make SEO related videos, not a video on how to rank in Google, none of that shit, just content that is going to be ranked by YouTube on important keywords for my business. So for example, how to make a sales funnel, how to do Facebook ads, how to do Google ads, those types of videos, like real tutorials, to not pop off in the browsing section of YouTube, but specifically target at people going to the search bar and searching for, okay, how can I set up a funnel in ClickFunnels, for example. So that's that type of content. That's really a long-term strategy, because that's not going to get a lot of views or customers when I upload it, but over the months and years to come, definitely will. Then I have the third video, so that's like every week one video, and the third week I am doing a video focused on a part of the sales funnel. And here it's the goal to showcase my skill set and knowledge, and this is going to happen through videos where I take you behind the scenes of me creating a sales funnel. And the fourth video in the showcase my skills part of my content strategy is a video focused on a part of the paid ads side of things. And the goal is again to showcase my skill set and knowledge. And this is going to happen through videos where I take you behind the scenes of building a paid advertisement campaign. So that is my entire content strategy for building my personal brand, but also for building Client Revolution. And you might wonder, why the hell am I sharing this? Well, like I said, it's just to inspire you and to keep myself accountable, because I'm a big fan of accountability. And if you've watched already some previous episodes of Building in Public, then you're going to notice that I speak a lot about commitment, because I had a long time where I wasn't really committed to building this business. And through working together with my coach, I'm getting committed more every single day. And a part of commitment is sharing that, because if you're not sharing the fact that you're building a business, or you're not coming out for it, then you're totally not committed, because you can say at every point on the day, like, oh, it doesn't matter, I can just give up on this and move on with my life, because you haven't committed. And I really want to commit, and that's why I'm sharing everything that I do. I'm sharing all the actions that I'm going to take, so that I'm accountable and stay committed in building Client Revolution into a multi-million-dollar company. And this brings me to the last section of this video, and that is the accountability part. So every week in the Building Client Revolution series, I share my goals for the week, and I also share which goals I did not accomplish or did accomplish in the previous week. And the goal is to keep myself accountable, but to also help you keep yourself accountable. So please feel free to join me in the setting goals for the week and trying to accomplish them. And my philosophy is that if you hit all your goals, then set the bar higher next week. And if you do not hit all your goals, reflect on, okay, how did this happen? And adjust where needed. So my goals for this week are 100 outreaches to creators without an offer/funnel, 50 podcast outreaches, post 5 short form content pieces, and build the Client Revolution sales funnel. My goals for last week were doing 100 outreaches to creators without an offer and funnel. I completed this. The other goal was 50 podcast outreaches. I completed that one as well. And the last goal was post 2 Instagram Reels, which I completed again. So you can see I completed all my goals last week. So right now I am adding more goals to it, like posting 5 short form content pieces instead of 2, and building the Client Revolution sales funnel so that it's up and running when I make content focused on showcasing my skills and knowledge in case of sales funnels and growing businesses. So that's it for today. If you like these all over the place episodes where I'm brutally honest about how I'm building Client Revolution, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you liked this video, then YouTube thinks that you're going to enjoy this video popping up right now as well. Ciao.